Hello friends, welcome to my channel. This is Charan. In this video I will show you how to bind data dynamically from database into HTML table using angularjs. I'm reloading the browser. See, here we got the results. We are fetching the data using angularjs from database from employee details table. If you are a first time visitor to my channel, please subscribe to get the latest updates. Before writing the coding part in PHP, first we'll check the table and the column names in mysql phpmyadmin database. The table name employee details, which contains three columns: employee ID, employee name and join date. Now my aim is I want to bind this data into HTML table using angularjs in PHP. For this video tutorial I am using Notepad++. Now in this new one page I am adding PHP. I am creating the connection variables. $hostname is equals to localhost, $dbname is equals to the DB name, which is a database name, is a sample DB, $username is equals to root, $password is equals to empty. Here the password I left blank because I don't have any password to log into my SQL phpmyadmin database. If you have any password, please enter that one. After that, I'm adding the connection variable mysql _connect method, which takes four parameters. The first one is a $hostname. Copy this one and paste. The second one is a username. Copy, paste. The third one is a password, comma, and the last one is the database name, $db name. So after adding the connection string, now I'm adding the SQL query. $SQL query is equals to, here the SQL query is a select statement. Select start from, the table name is employee details. Copy this one. I'm adding in the select statement. So after the SQL query, the next variable I am adding $result is equals to mysql _ query method. This query method takes two parameters. The first one is a connection object, comma. The second one is the SQL query, the command text. Now I am using while loop to fetch the records. While $row is equals to mysql _ fetch _ array method. Now in this array method I am adding the result variable. Copy this one here. The output array is equals to $row, this variable. The last step, echo JSON _ encode. I'm adding $output, semicolon. That's it. We have finished the first part to fetch the records from employee details in this PHP page. Let's save this file. I'm saving this file in the root folder www. The file name is bind records angularjs.php. Let's save this file. Save. Let's create a new page to create the HTML and AngularJS functionality. Now in this new one page I'm adding the HTML tag. I'm closing HTML tag. Header section, I'm closing the header section. Body, I'm closing the body tag. Now in this header section and we want to implement AngularJS, the first thing we require the latest AngularJS CDN link. So go to browser, search for AngularJS CDN, and from the search results I'm using AngularJS. Now in this AngularJS we can find different versions of AngularJS, but I'm using the version the 1.11. After selecting the AngularJS version, here at the bottom we can find different CDN links, but we require AngularJS min.js, this one. Just copy this one, script. I'm closing the script. Now inside the script I'm adding the source and pasting the AngularJS CDN link. After that I'm adding the script tag. I'm closing the script tag. Now before adding the Angular functionality, now in this body section I'm adding center tag. I'm closing center tag. H1, how to bind data from database into HTML table. PHP AngularJS horizontal line. I'm adding the div tag. I'm closing the div tag. Inside this div I'm adding table element. I'm closing the table. tr. I'm closing the tr. The table headers. In the table I have 3 columns: employee ID, employee name, and join date. Let's add those ones here. Employee ID, th, employee name, and join date. Now before adding the AngularJS functionality to fetch the records from this PHP file, let's save this file. I'm saving this file in the same root folder www. The file name I'm giving bind data from database angularjs.htm. I'm saving this file as a HTML page. Let's save this file. First we'll check the basic output, how it looks, the designing part on the browser. And here the output of that code, which contains right now the header tags and the table headers: employee ID, employee name, and join date. Now the last final step, we'll use AngularJS to bind the data into this table from this employee details. Now in the script, variable app is equals to angular.module. In this module method I'm using between double quotes the AngularJS application name. The AngularJS I'm mentioning in the div tag ng-ifun app is equals to my app is the AngularJS application name, comma, array, semicolon. Now next let's add the controller, app.controller. Between double quotes I'm adding the AngularJS controller. ng controller is equals to, between double quotes, my controller. Let's copy this one and paste here, comma, add the function $scope, the first parameter, and the second parameter I'm adding the HTTP. $scope dot get emp details is object is equals to, I'm adding function now. In this function I'm calling this PHP file $http.get method built in single quotes. I'm adding this PHP file name dot success function data $scope dot, I'm adding the object emp result is equals to data. So we have finished the AngularJS script. Now in this do tag I'm adding the ng init directive. Now in this Angular init directive I'm adding the get emp details, which is a function name. After that I'm adding border is equals to 1. Now in this table I'm adding the rows tr, I'm closing this tr, td is the rows, closing the td. Let's copy this one, paste here, paste here. We have 3 columns in the table, so I have added t3ds. Now in this tr I'm adding the AngularJS ng repeat directive. Between double quotes I am adding emp in the emp result. Let's bind the column names from the employee table emp dot. The column names are emp id, emp name and join date dot emp id, emp dot emp name, and the last one is a join date. That's it. We have done the complete coding part. Let's save the file. We'll check the final results on the browser. I'm reloading the browser. See, here we got the results. We are fetching the data using AngularJS from database from employee details table. That's it.